Tonight on News Prime, First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu condoles with Jigawa Governor, wife over son's death. Business Nigerian Marketing Research Association pledges to provide alternative after NBS website hack. On the foreign scene, Zelensky hails U.S. sanctions on Russia's energy sector. And in sports, Lobby Stars officials refund 2.4 billion naira. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Jumai Manson. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomsat. Now the news in full. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has visited the governor of Jigawa State, Umar Namadi, and his wife Hadiza over the death of their son, Abdul Wahab. According to the statement by her media aide, Busola Kokoye, the First Lady, who was accompanied by the wife of the Vice President, Nana Shatima, and the wife of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Fatima Tajuddin Abbas, said the length of a man's life is the exclusive reserve of God and no one can question his timing. Governor Namadi expresses gratitude to the President Bola Tinubu, who he also said personally called him when the incident occurred, just as the First Lady had done. Prayers were offered for the family and the state by the wife of the Vice President, Hajia Nana Shatima. President Bola Tinubu congratulated Senator John Azuta Umbata on his election as the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo Worldwide. The President's spokesman, Bayo Ononuga, stated that Azuta Umbata, a former senator, represented Rivers East in the Senate from 1999 to 2007. Azuta Umbata was elected as President of the prominent Pan-Igbo Social Cultural Group as its meeting in Enugu on Friday. President Tinubu also congratulated the group on the successful leadership transition and enjoined the new leaders to uphold the principles of their predecessors. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is seeking additional funding from the federal government in preparation for the 2027 general elections. The INEC chairman, Mohammed Mahmoud Yakubu, said this while appearing before the Joint Committee on Electoral Matters at the National Assembly to defend the Commission's 2025 budget proposal, explaining the need for additional funding to support key areas of INEC's work. He listed the areas needing the funding to include the continuous voter registration (CVR) exercise, logistics for off-cycle elections, replacing damaged election materials like a model voter accreditation system (VWAS), ballot boxes, and voting cubicles, as well as repairing INEC offices in local government areas. Overnight, Inspector General of Police IGP Kayode Igbetokun says the Nigerian Police Force will begin enforcement of third-party insurance for vehicle owners in the country. A statement by the Force Public Relations Officer ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi says the police boss spoke when he received Olusegun Omosihen, the Commissioner for Insurance and National Insurance Commission, informing him that Section 68 of the Insurance Act and Section 312 of the 1945 Motor Vehicle Third-Party Insurance Act mandates all vehicle owners to possess third-party insurance before operating vehicles on public roads. Ebotekun urged Nigerians to comply with the laws with a warning that violations would be punished by imprisonment, fines, or both. The Association of Local Government of Nigerian ALGON and the National Union of Local Government Employees have called on President Bola Tinubu again to ensure that state governors comply with the Supreme Court's ruling on local government autonomy. The Supreme Court had granted financial autonomy to the local government, ordering that their allocations be paid directly to them. But 6 months after the verdict, the local government autonomy is yet to take effect as governors have continued to allegedly frustrate the process. Secretary General of the Association of Local Government of Nigeria, Mohammed Abubakar, expressed concern over the delay in the implementation of autonomy for local councils. A political economist and 2007 presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress, Professor Path Tomi, has advised President Bola Tinubu on ways to tackle Nigeria's surging inflation and food security crisis. This comes after the president had pledged to prioritize food production and achieve economic stability by implementing policies aimed at reducing inflation and ensuring food security. The president also pleaded his administration's commitment to reduce inflation from its current 34.6% to 15%. Over now to the National Assembly Joint Committee on Solid Minerals has rejected the budget estimates of the Ministry of Solid Minerals. The committee said that the estimates presented were greatly inadequate. The chairman of the Joint Committee, Senator Ekong Simpson, stated this after the minister, Dele Alake, presented the ministry's 2025 budget estimate before the committee. Kingmakers in Oyo Town, Oyo State have protested the appointment of Prince Abimbola Owoade as the new Alaafin of Oyo by Governor Seyi Makinde. Owoade's appointment was announced on Friday in a statement by the state's Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Dotun Oyelade, sparkling controversy within traditional circles. Oyelade said after extensive consultations and traditional divinations by the Oyemase, the Oyo Kingmakers Owoade was recommended as the new Alaafin of Oyo and subsequently approved by Governor Makinde. The federal government and the U.S. government have signed an agreement for the repatriation of not less than $52.88 million in forfeited corruption proceeds to Nigeria. Acting spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimbi Epeafa, disclosed this in a statement in Abuja, stating that the agreement was signed by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi-San, and the U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills, Jr. He further stated that the signing of the agreement marked significant shared investment in Nigeria's development and strengthened partnership between the nations. You're watching the live broadcast of News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, where News Prime returns Lobby Stars officials to refund 2.4 billion naira. We shall bring you those details as well as more stories right after this break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is News Prime on Global Television. Thank you for staying with us. On our business decks, as the federal government approves the first telecom tariff hike in over a decade, Nigerians are demanding that mobile network operators justify the increase by delivering substantial improvement in service quality. For years, subscribers have called for better network quality, citing frequent call drops and slow data speeds. They urged and they argued that if telecom companies are to benefit from higher tariffs, consumers should experience a tangible improvement in the service they are paying for. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, says the introduction of two new financial products designed to serve Nigerians living abroad, the non-resident Nigerian ordinary account and the non-resident Nigerian investment account. Accounts were unveiled in a circular dated January 10, 2025, issued by the Trade and Exchange Department of the Apex Bank. The CBN, in a document signed by the Acting Director of Trade and Exchange, Dr. W.J. Kanya, says these accounts aim to streamline remittance, encourage investments, and foster financial inclusion among Nigerians in the diaspora. On our foreign news, Californians have demanded to know who is at fault for the vast devastation caused by the raging Los Angeles wildfire, as a strict curfew went into force to prevent looting and lawlessness. A list of 11 people died as flames ripped through the neighborhoods and razed thousands of homes in a disaster that U.S. President Joe Biden likened to a war scene. While Angelos grappled with the heart-rending ruin, anger has risen over officials' preparedness and response, particularly for a series of false evacuation alarms and after hydrants ran dry as firefighters battled the initial blazes. South Korea's transport ministry has said that the black boxes holding the flight data and cockpit voice recorders for the crashed Jeju Air flight that left 179 people dead stopped recording 4 minutes before the disaster. The Boeing 737-800 was flying from Thailand to Muan, South Korea on December 29, carrying 181 passengers and crew when it barely landed at the Muan airport and exploded in a fireball after slamming into a concrete barrier. The Transport Ministry said in a statement referring to the two recording devices that the analysts revealed that both the CVR and FDR data were not recorded during the 4 minutes landing up to the aircraft's collision with the landlaser. The United States has introduced a new round of sanctions targeting over 400 entities connected to Russia's energy sector, prompting strong approval from Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. Zelensky, via his X handle, described the sanction as a significant step in disrupting Russia's financial and logistical network that supports its ongoing war effort. Now, the measures aim to impact key areas of Russia's energy industry, including producers, insurance companies, service providers, logistic facilities, and a fleet of 184 shadow tankers. An Indian member of the Legislative Assembly, Gurpreet Khurge, has accidentally shot himself dead. The Aam Aadmi Party MLA shot himself accidentally and sustained injuries to his head, according to his family. The incident occurred around midnight and he was found dead late on Friday night with bullet injuries, and he was rushed to the Dinyard Medical College and Hospital where doctors declared him dead. In sports now, in a strategic move towards repositioning Nigerian sports industry, the National Sports Commission leadership has approved the reposting of Secretary Generals and other officers to various national sports federations. Director of the Federation of Elite Athletes, Olumide Bamiduro, explained that this decision aligns with the leadership vision of Shehu Diko and Bukola Olekbade aimed at revitalizing the sports sector. Now, in line with this directive, the NSC issued a circular instructing the Federation establishment and appointment department to follow through with the new postings. The International Paralympic Committee has placed a 3-year ban on Nigerian's powerlifter Khalifat Al-Maruf for doping violations. The statement issued by IPC confirmed the presence of an anabolic agent of origin in the Al-Maruf urine sample that was provided out of competition on 11th July 2024. The disciplinary action, which will see the Nigerian banned for a period of 3 years, is for committing an anti-doping rule violation in breach of the IPC anti-doping code. What appears as a major controversy has led to a forensic audit investigation into Lobby Stars FC, which has asked ex-officials including Dominic Lofa, Mike Idoka, and 2 former vice chairmen of the club to refund the sum of 2.45 billion naira to the coffers of the club. Now, according to reports, the discovery follows the white paper report and the forensic audit investigation into Lobby Stars FC for the period of January 2020 to September 2024, released by the Benue State government. Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia had on October 7, 2024, inaugurated a forensic audit investigation committee led by Sanche Igba Donatus to examine the funds of Lobby Stars FC Makurdi. Scottish manager David Moyes has returned as Everton manager following Sean Dyche's sacking, the Premier League club announced on Saturday. A statement on the club's website says David is widely recognized as one of the Premier League's most experienced and accomplished managers, having led Everton for more than 500 matches from 2002 to 2013. Everton had sacked Dyche on Thursday following a poor run of form with only 1 win from their last 11 games, leaving the team just 1 point above the Premier League re-regulation zone. Let's end News Prime tonight with a recap of our top stories again. Brought in, Nigerian's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has visited the governor of Jigawa State, Umar Namadi, and his wife, Hadiza, over the death of their son, Abdul Wahab. In business, Nigerian Marketing Research Association has said it will provide a private sector alternative to economic data following the National Bureau of Statistics website hack. And And on the foreign scene, Californians have demanded to know who is at fault for the vast devastation caused by the raging Los Angeles wildfires. As a strict curfew went into force to prevent looting and lawlessness. And finally, on sports, what appears a major controversy has led to a forensic audit investigation into Lobby Stars FC, which has asked ex-officials including Dominic Loeffler, Mike Udoka, and 2 former vice chairmen of the club to refund the sum of 2.45 million naira to the coffers of the club. And that's it on Global Television News Prime. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, on Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nicomsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen by using @Global TV NG. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching.